Last night Lifetime premiered the remake of classic thriller The Bad Seed based on the 1954 novel by William March. The remake took on some serious deviations from the original 1956 film directed by Mervyn LeRoy. But star, producer and director Rob Lowe gave some twist that made the remake stand out more modern and horrific, as little Emma was far more dangerous than the manipulative Rhoda. Aside from the name change, we get a single father dealing with the reality that his little princess is a little psycho. The movie opens with the extremely OCD Emma Grossman, Mckenna Grace, getting ready for school. She joins her single dad David Grossman, Rob Lowe, for breakfast, where she informs him that on Merit Day the new Citizenship Award will be a medal and there is no better candidate than her. David tries to prepare Emma for if she loses. Joining in the conversation is Aunt Angela, Cara Buono, who brings up her recommendations for a new nanny since the last nanny had an unfortunate accident. All the talk seems to set off a little switch in Emma, to which she responds, "There's a dead cat in the fountain." If Emma's emotionless response doesn't alert off the cray-cray button, we see her at school being the girl not afraid of bugs, one who shows somewhat interest in her fellow classmates, but it comes off cold and self-serving. She really wants to be a good citizen. As David is interviewing new babysitter Chloe, Sarah Dugdale, he describes Emma as focused. But focused isn't the right word for her. She is not normal. She has no emotions. Practicing her facial expressions in the mirror. Trying hard to give a convincing smile as if she is a sweet, innocent little girl. The day of the Merit Awards, Milo Curtis wins the award and we see a visually angry Emma who later tells her dad that she does not understand why Milo won. As if that wasn't a red flag, as Dad is taking pictures and Emma's teacher Mrs. Ellis, Marci T house, gives some interesting feedback on Emma, stating that Emma lives in her own little world. She can be an actress. Which we see immediately into play once Milo's dead body is found in the lake near some rocks. David tries to tap into how Emma is feeling, but she rather not discuss the subject. During her first night with Chloe we learn that Chloe isn't all there either. She steals pills from David, defines him as a DILF and gusses in front of Emma. Chloe asks Emma how she feels about the dead kid and the reply is coldly, "Doesn't matter how I feel. He's dead anyway. Quick, call the police, this kid is crazy." But after Emma informs Chloe that she knows she stole David's pills and she promises to keep her secret if she keeps her, Emma then orders Chloe to go get her some ice cream with cookies on the side. Nothing like a little blackmail. After the funeral, Milo's parents reveal that they could not find the medal, assuming it sunk to the bottom. The police drop by to confirm with David that Milo was afraid of water and that Mrs. Ellis saw Emma near the rocks, leading Emma to act like she fell into broken glass. Emma manages to cover her tracks by setting her sights on Mrs. Ellis by placing a wasp's nest into her car, causing her into a fatal car crash. Keeping with the format of the original, Chloe steps into the same role as Leroy from the original film by teasing Emma about murdering Milo and how she will be caught, telling Emma they will give her the little pink electric chair and finding the medal and placing it in David's room. But Chloe is not the best nanny, and absolutely the worst, because her intentions are to seduce David and become stepmommy. Who is really the bad seed here? After persuading Dad that Milo let her wear the medal after a game in good fun and being told that she must give the medal back, we get another WTF comment of, "That's stupid to bury it with him. He won't know if it's buried with him. He's dead." Does no one not see there is something wrong with Emma? Deeply. Sociopath. David feeling that Emma lying to him is so unusual and due to death happening all around. Now knowing that Mrs. Ellis is dead, David sends Emma to psychiatrist Dr. March, in which we get a cameo from the original Bad Seed Rhoda herself, Patty McCormack, who weirdly connects with Emma and ensures her, "I did the exact same thing at your age." No kidding, lady. What becomes so irritating about this movie is that David is completely oblivious to Emma's antics. Even in the dream sequence we see that there were issues during the pregnancy with Emma, leading us to believe that her mother was a little unstable. And that singles Emma's actions out in David's subconscious. He still defends Emma. It is not until Chloe finally meets her fate in the garage fire that Emma gleefully watches that David finally confronts Emma, who confesses that she killed her first nanny for grabbing her arm, that she killed Milo, Mrs. Ellis, and Chloe, and that she promises not to kill again. Instead of calling the police, David decides to take Emma to their lake cabin. Is it a good idea to have Emma near water? As David researches child killers, Emma sneaks up on him and discusses her sadness that he doesn't trust her. And to further give him a reason not to trust her, Emma attempts to set the lake house on fire while David is asleep. He asks, "Why would you do that? I am the only person you have." To the coldest response thus far, "No. I can live with Aunt Angela. At least she thinks I'm nice." David, it's time to act. David has finally realized that she is evil and must be stopped, and as he tells Angela he cannot let Emma spend her life in jail or institution. Angela does not believe David because Emma is just 9 years old. But David knows what to do. He drugs her hot chocolate with sleeping pills, and by making the mistake of leaving both cups alone with Emma as he goes to get whipped cream. This is where we were rooting for David. Please tell us that he knew what we all knew, that Emma was going to switch the mugs. But no. He did not. And as a result, Emma wakes wide awake and rushes to her dad's room to set up what would look like he committed suicide by shooting himself. David wakes up just in time to grab the gun from Emma as she calls the police, screaming that David is trying to kill her. To put the story to bed, we get a standoff with David aiming the gun to kill Emma and the sheriff aiming the gun to shoot him. A long monologue later, David is shot and killed, and Emma drops more fake tears. With the sheriff and Angela thinking that David had mental issues, ignoring the evidence showing that Emma was involved in Milo's death, and with David not confirming with the police earlier that day that it was Emma who set the fire, Emma is in the clear and free to go live with Aunt Angela. As a remake, the movie was not bad. It focused on all the right parts and was intense until the end. Rob Lowe definitely put his signature on the film. One scene showed Emma reading The Outsiders. "Your golden pony boy." And the changes of the gardener to a nanny and adding a cameo from Patty McCormack was a good move. The only issue was wanting the ending to follow like the original, in which Emma got her just desserts, not just the ice cream she requested at the end.